Pokemon is all about catching them all. Well, I mean it was until recently. Anyways, after looking at Pokemon Yellow, I thought to myself, how long would it take me to beat this game and become world champion with only a Mew? Our malnourished journey starts with loading onto the game, then making our way towards the tall green grass where we meet up with Professor Oak. While in the process, we magically encounter a Mew, who Professor Oak proceeds to catch and gives it to us as our first starter. Apparently our rival got a Pokemon too, and which could have been a Mew, but that's a topic for another day. We proceed to name our Mew Subscribe, and which you should too if you have not still, please. As we're leaving, our rival proposes a friendly spar between friends, but I can assure you that there is nothing friendly about this spar. We open up with our level 5 Mew, but there is not much we can do apart from pounding away our rival's little raccoon, if you know what I mean. Anyways, we proceed to use Pound and finish off our rival, winning our first actual fight. After leaving the professor's lab, we happen to encounter our rival yet again. He starts off with Spearow, I sent out Mew, and let me tell you, this fight was not much different than the last one, and we won. The first true obstacle I think I will encounter with Mew is Brock. You see, Mew does not learn anything that could be effective against Brock until we get Mega Punch or Water Gun from Cerulean Cave. But the question is, are we gonna train till level 20? Yeah, I think not. After finally making it to the first gym leader, we face off Geodude, the Rocks kid. Yeah, I said it, it's the Pebble. We have finally also learned Transform, a move that's utterly useless when you are a legendary yourself. Why would I want to become a Geodude or an Onix that literally competes with this guy, a Caterpie, a freaking Caterpie? Surprisingly, I lost to Brock's Onix, and well, that was my first reset. So I decided to fight the optional fight here in Brock's gym. I believe that with 1 or 2 more levels, I should be able to defeat Brock. We managed to level up to level 14, and we win by spamming Pound the whole time. So we are facing Brock for the second time now. Let us see if 1 level makes the difference. He leads with Geodude, and I sent out Mew. The strategy this time around is to use Pound on Geodude till we get the finish and hopefully still have enough health points for the Onix. Once the Onix comes out, spam Pound until he uses Bide. Once Bide comes around, we will use Transform. Yeah, I'm a hypocrite, so what? I know he said Transform is useless, but it helps out sometimes, apparently. Then we will use Screech to lower his defense while he is using Bide and try to finish off the Snake Rock with Bind and Tackle. Ultimately, this plan works in our favor and thus earns us our first official badge. So after speedrunning through Cerulean Cave, we finally made it to our destination, the second gym leader, Misty. While in the cave, we managed to pick up 2 TMs, Water Gun and Mega Punch. This should make Misty a walk in the park, in which in fact it was. After collecting my second badge, I make my way towards Mega Bridge where I encountered our rival for the 3rd time. Maybe this time our rival will be strong enough to defeat my team. Just maybe. Nope, he was not. We defeated our rival once again. After defeating Team Rocket at Nugget Bridge, we discover a Charmander, abandoned by his trainer, Damien, because he was weak. I decided to adopt him to stuff him with HM soon in the future. After having a good talk with Bill, he gave us a ticket to the SSN and where we encounter our rival once again. He suggests another friendly sparring match in which we completely obliterate his team. So yeah. We have collected the HM cut and now we're off to face LT Surge for the 3rd gym badge. This fight was completely one-sided and well, we leveled up here. Mew's trying to learn Metronome and I decided to get a little fancy with our moveset to mix it up a bit of course, which is something I'm going to regret much later on. On the way to Mount Moon, we encountered a bug trainer. I thought to myself, it's only a Caterpie, what could go wrong? Transform? Are you serious? You see now why Transform and Metronome is so utterly trashed? Managed to get past the first 2 Pokemon, but oh wait, he still has 2 more. Great. Or in other words, I lost and cost me a reset. And that's so funny because I was talking about Caterpie being awful at the beginning of the run. So yay, we are facing LT Surge again. This match was no different than the last one, but what is different is we are not teaching Metronome to Mew again. After speedrunning my way through Mount Moon, I made it towards Erica. She leads with Tangela and I use Dig. which did much damage than I expected, to be honest. She uses Vine Whip, I respond with Body Slam. Next she uses Mega Drain, sucking my soul dry, and I finish it off using Body Slam with a crit. She sends out Weeping Bell and I accidentally use Thunderbolt against it. Oh well. Retaliate and we proceed to finish off the Weeping Bell and the Gloom with Dig afterwards. We have now collected the 4th gym badge. Now we can make our way towards Rocket Hideout 1, where we fight Team Rocket's leader for the first time. This fight was too easy. We knocked out all of Giovanni's team in one hit, KOs. After collecting the Silph Scope, we make our way towards Pokemon Tower, where we meet our old friend Rival. He's salty, he is yet to beat me in a friendly battle, so I decide to give him another chance. But, unfortunately for him, the outcome of this battle is still the same, where I come out on top and he continues at bottom. Wait a minute, that did not sound right. Anyways, you get the point. Nevertheless, while in Rocket Hideout 2, it turns out my rival was stalking me. Turns out he wanted a rematch, so I did. Not too much was different from this fight apart from his Pokemon hitting the Hyperbolic Time Chamber, turning his fragile Pokemon into an absolutely terrifying beast. Don't get me wrong, this Pokemon might be a little scarier than before, but we have also made our cute Mew into a terrifying, drugged up, absolutely demolishing beast. That essentially gets us the win as well. While about to defeat Rocket Tower 2, we faced off Giovanni once again. He starts off with Nidorino, we sent out Mew, and proceed to use Sidekick. He sends out Persian, we use Ice Beam, and manage to land a crit on it, getting a one-hit KO, which the same goes for Rhyhorn. Lastly, Nidoqueen. We use Sidekick and go for the one-hit KO and get the dub. After defeating Giovanni, we made our way towards Sabrina, which you may think is a problem. Sadly, you are mistaken. Even after she tries juicing up her Pokemon with needles and X defense, the drugs she provided are still no match for my Mew. Remember kids, do not do drugs. After making my way towards Koga Gym, I had to fight one of his trainers, which ultimately cost me the run. You must be thinking, but how, Wiz? You defeated the trainer, you won. Yes, although that is true, I got into this fight poisoned. Why? Because do you really think I'm going to lose to this gym leader? Well, I did. After making my way back to Koga's gym, after loading from my last save state, we are back and better than ever. Don't you guys think Mew looks like a roasted chicken? I mean, look at this thing. Also, if you guys have not yet subscribed to the channel, please do, and as well as comment who your favorite Pokemon in Gen 1 is. While you're at it, make sure to like the video as well please, and thank you. So we finally made it to Blaine's gym, where we attempted to obtain our 7th badge. And let me tell you this, it's not going to be pretty. As of right now, we don't have any moves that are super effective against Blaine, so we're stuck trying to steamroll our way past Blaine with brute force. Is it going to work? Nope. We lost the Arcanine. We were so close, but yet so far at the same time. Maybe this time. Nope. Okay, how about this time? Okay, so this time we managed to use 4 rare candies. Let us see if this changes anything. Hopefully this can get us past Blaine. We use Sidekick and Ice Beam as well. Blaine uses a Super Potion and uses Quick Attack right before I finish off the Ninetales Jinchuriki for you Naruto fans. Next up, he sends out Rapid Ash and we use Ice Beam, and it responds with Growl as we finish it off with Ice Beam, landing a critical hit. Let's go! One more, come on, we got this. He sends out Arcanine, we use Ice Beam, which does nothing, uses Reflect, gaining armor. We respond with Psychic, it uses Takedown, getting recoil damage and bringing his health down right into KO range. And we finish off the puppy with Psychic, earning us the 7th badge. After such a long journey, we must face off against the final gym leader, Giovanni. Before, yeah, turns out there's still one more gym leader we did not face. Do you remember that reset I got while fighting Koga? Well, yeah. Turns out I did not face Sabrina after resetting. Great. Anyways, backtracking and beating Sabrina once again. So we finally made it to Sabrina. She opens up with Abra. We sent out Mew. We used Body Slam, one-shot the Abra. Next up is Kadabra, we one-shotted as well. Lastly, Alakazam. One thing I'm wondering is if I'll outspeed, in which I do. Uses Spy Wave, we finish it out with Body Slam, and now we can finally make our way towards Giovanni. But before that, here is a word from our sponsor. I am kidding, I don't have any sponsors, unfortunately, but would be nice, right? Anyways, Giovanni starts out with his new trio and I use Sidekick, almost getting the one-hit KO. Unfortunately, he lowers my accuracy and we finish off a 3-headed Moa body slam. Persian, Nido Queen, and Nido King are all one-hit KOs with Sidekick. I use Ice Beam against the Rhydon and it survives with a slither of health. Uses Horn Drill but misses and I finish off the Flying Bull with a body slam. Finally, after a long journey, we can almost close this chapter, but before that, we have 2 things to do. 1. Beat our rival. 2. Beat the Elite Four. Fun fact time. A little fact about Mew was that it was a secret Pokemon when Red and Green were first released in Japan. Even Nintendo was not initially aware that Mew was programmed into the game. Also, Mewtwo is a clone of Pokemon Mew, yet it comes before Mew in the Pokédex. Isn't that weird? Anyways, we finally beat our rival as he waddled away, waddle waddle. As he waddled away, waddle waddle. Anyways, enough of that. While in the Elite 4K, we encountered a wild Moltres. Let's see how well Mew does against it. I have a really good strategy in mind. Yup, I'm sorry, that was my strategy. But we finally made it to the Elite Four, and the first Elite Four member we have to face is Lorelei. We sent our Mew, and we start off with using Thunderbolt. D1 responds with Aurora Beam. We proceed to finish off to Duwong with Thunderbolt. She sends out Cloyster next, which we finish off in one hit. Isn't Mew awesome? She sends out Slowbro, which it survives my Thunderbolt. It uses Surf against me, and then I finish it off with the next Thunderbolt. She sends out Jinx, and we use Thunderbolt as well, and I get slapped around with Double Slap. Then I finish off the Jinx for Body Slam. Lastly, Lapras, I use 2 Thunderbolts, and she survives. I get hit with Hydro Pump, and we defeat the Lapras afterwards with the next Thunderbolt. Next up, we're facing Bruno. I honestly forgot to heal, and I'm hoping this doesn't cause us a reset. Anyways, Bruno typically has really bad AI, so we should be able to finish off the second Elite Four member without a problem. So the goal here is to essentially beat the Elite Four without saving in between, since I believe Mew is strong enough to defeat it, at least in its first try. One thing I should mention for those who are wondering is that the stats displayed on the bottom left are actually displayed in real life time. The program automatically draws the game's RAM in real life time and then updates them as I play, which should display as well the badge boost glitch. One thing I'll be doing as well is teaching my Mew Earthquake for the rival fight. I was struggling against Blaine, the fire type gym leader, and since in the last rival fight my rival has a fire Pokemon with Fire Spin, that could potentially pose a threat by the time I get there, at least when it comes for Jolteon. So we're finally with Lance, the last Elite Four member. He starts out with Gyarados and I use Thunderbolt to get the one-hit KO. The same potentially goes for the rest of his crew thanks to Ice Beam, which literally feels unfair, but hey, it's not my fault, it's in the game, right? Anyways, this is where we teach Earthquake to our Mew, and finally we get to face off the last rival. So after a long journey, we finally made it to the last trainer in the Kanto region. There was a lot of downs and mostly ups throughout this run. We are now only one step away from becoming world champion. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe and like the video and comment who else would you like to see become champion. It will motivate me more to make more videos for you guys. Also, one more thing is, if you want to see Mew versus Mewtwo, stay to the very end, will you? Anyways, until next time.